Yo, what's good, guys? We are back at it again with another MLB The Show 25 video for you guys. In today's video, we're going to be talking everything Weekend Classic, trying to break it down for you, make it a little more easily digestible, easy to understand, and kind of let you know everything there is to know about Weekend Classic. So if you do enjoy the content, like and subscribe, and we are going to get into it. So first things first, you can see it starts in a little under 2 days from now. It will be active at 3 p.m. Friday Eastern time, and it should go until either Monday or Tuesday 3 p.m. Accounts vary. I thought I saw something on Twitter saying the first one would be Monday, but it could be Tuesday. According to the handbook, some of these will be 96 hours long, some of them will be 48 hours, so it's kind of variable, and we don't really know what we're getting until SDS decides. So not the perfect thing. If you want to read it for yourself, handbook's right here. You can go in there getting all of the details. So first thing about Weekend Classic, figure out what team you're going to bring. Obviously, I think this is what I'm going to do, other than maybe Brian Reynolds in for Trout. Not 100% sure there. If you come over to multiplayer programs and you click on your ranked, it will show you what league you're in. You can see Diamond right there. Click into your actual ranked screen here, and you come over to Weekend Classic here, and it will show you your division as well as the rewards that you are in line for. So the way your division is determined is just your ranked rating, but it is your peak ranked rating. So say I had got to 1,000 at some point and I just plummeted all the way back down, I'm still going to be in Immortal for this weekend league, which is why I'm personally not 1,000 yet, because you will still be able to gain ranked points and get like your 1,000 rewards, but you'll be on Legend the whole time instead of on GOAT the whole time. So that's why I'm personally not 1,000. I'm restricting myself so that I can play on difficulty I'm more comfortable on. Some of you guys will probably want to do the same. If you are in this 800, 899 range and you don't want to be on Legend, do not advance past 900. Same goes for Silver 2. If you're not comfortable on Hall of Fame, probably wouldn't advance past 700. The rewards are definitely better, but if you think you can go 6-0 here, as opposed to like 4-2 here, this is probably going to be more rewarding for you. So breaking down how the reward system works. So your first 6 games are the most important. That is where you're seeing these 6 win rewards. You cannot go like 6-12 and win a third of your games and still get the big boy rewards. It's not how it works. So those first 6 are the most important, and you can see in these higher divisions, even if you just squeak out a couple of wins, it's still somewhat worth it. And then you can see after your 6th game, every game you win after that will give you a pack. So in the higher leagues, as long as you're on Hall of Fame Plus, it will be a Ballin' Is a Habit, and in the lower leagues, it will be a standard pack. So not the craziest reward for winning a game, but as opposed to a normal ranked grind, you get nothing. So, and then at the bottom here, you can see leaderboards. Not 100% sure how this is going to work. Don't know if it'll be like win percentage or just total wins or some aggregate of both. But the top players in each league here will walk away with some additional rewards based on how they placed. Not sure if it's super worth it. You can see first is definitely worth it. That is 100 packs and 70K, whereas this one is 150 packs and 100K. So there is some very juicy rewards waiting for you in Weekend Classic if you can perform well. Should be the most competitive MLB The Show environment that we have ever seen for the player base as a whole, not in like tournaments and stuff. So should be an absolute blast, as well as Weekend Classic. Like I said, you can still advance in rank. So if you are not a World Series yet and you're trying to make a World Series push, you don't have to freak out about that. If you're trying to make 1,000, there's still time to make 1,000, because our actual ranked program will not reset until the last day of Weekend Classic. So other than that, I guess we'll just turn the rest of this video into like a little checklist video. If you have not finished your XP path, if you haven't got some additional wheel spins that maybe you really want, You can go ahead and run that up. We got 3 new conquests today, all of which I believe give you like 5,000 XP. So what I'm personally gonna do is just probably hold them until the next season, because that'll be 15k XP that some people won't have access to. So that'll get you ahead in the next ranked path. We got a new diamond quest that if you really want to do, you can go run that up. But I'm saving most of myself for weekend league here. And then finally, I do want to mention this inning collection. A lot of people have been asking me if they should go ahead and get these cards for this. If you want to, you can. Just know they're already up. They're already up to like 20k. At a point during this weekend, they were down at like 14k. So it's going to be more expensive now. My advice would probably be have all of them, but don't lock them in until we see what the next XP path bosses are. If they're super hype bosses and you can get them earlier, and how early you can get them will offset this like 60k, or if you just want to earn the boss and use them early, then obviously you can do this and lock it in. But this is only 30,000 XP. Like I said, holding those 3 conquest maps for me is a good amount. And if you haven't done your regular mini seasons yet, I think there's like 60,000 XP there. So 30,000 in the grand scheme of things, really not that much. Let's see. Other than that, I guess a lot of people want to see or know how Weekend Classic is going to affect the market. My general advice on that is I am not 1,000,000% sure. Yeah, you do see a lot of like, if I go 6-0, I'll get an 88 plus live series, which all of those are a good chunk of change. So you would think maybe that'll drive the price down, but when you put it in perspective, not sure how it is with like the new ranked program and World Series being at 800, but in years past, only 3% of Diamond Dynasty players are even World Series players. So maybe it's like 5% now since it's 800 instead of 900. But you got to take that into account that very few people are actually getting these packs. There are a ton of standard packs being handed out, but there's also a ton of standard packs handed out every day. So a lot of people think all diamonds will crash. Some people think high diamonds will go up. A lot of people think low diamonds will be quick sell. But also you have to pay attention to just how many stubs are being given out here. If you go 6-0 in this league, you're getting 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 80,000 stubs there. Plus however you place in the division if you get like a top 10 finish. Plus all of the cards that you can pull. In theory, that 3-win reward should be 1 diamond. I think Ballins are 1 in 15. Those ultra packs are guaranteed diamonds from like new threads and stuff. That's probably an average of like 10k. And then the weekend classic packs, which will be kind of rare. If you are not at least silver 2, your chances of walking away with both of those will be pretty low. So I wouldn't be shocked if that Corey Kluber and Carlos Correa are rather expensive there. So hopefully that answered a lot of your guys' questions about the mode. If you have any more, you can leave them in the comments. I'll try to get to as many of them as possible. But hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully this kind of cleared up any confusion for you guys. Till next time, peace.